Hello everybody, Average Gamer here. Welcome to just a quick little Let's Talk Tips. So this episode, I want to talk about tips for the new event that's going on, the Mechtoberfest. Right now, I've gotten most of them done. Unfortunately, I went away for the weekend, so I missed out a little bit, so I won't be able to max out and get the full 8 million C-bills, but definitely going to get close. Going to get up with 7 something, but this is not a video about how much I'm going to be making out of the event. It's a tip to you, the watcher. Quick little tips that I've done to be able to basically ground this out in a matter of pretty much an hour. In 2 hours, I can actually do 2 days. I've been doing this constantly during the event. Is I hop on around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at the latest, but 6 o'clock normally, and ground it out for the last 2 hours of the first day, and then usually the first hour of the next day, because usually I can get these things done in about an hour, with the following methods I'm gonna talk about. So the first one is don't pick a mech from its firepower. First, what you want to do for the lights, the medium, the heavies, and assaults is pick the mech that you personally play the best with, the one you feel the most comfortable with, and all that stuff. So for me, the light that I do the best with and the one I feel the most comfortable with is my Wolfhound 2. My medium is my Hunchback 2CO, or just 2C. The heavy that I'm the most comfortable with, or the one I play the most and like, is the Black Knight 6, the Resistance variant. And then for assaults, it's usually the Mauler 1P, or I have to call him Old One Eye. Or sometimes I'll go with my Sleipnir, Stevie, old Stevie here. Or I'll go with this guy here. Now and then I might switch out to someone else. Like I might switch out to my 11P here, Old One Eye, or Dead Eye, as I like to call it, with the Gauss and the RPPCs, what have you. For assaults, I'm not the biggest assault pilot, so I usually split between the Mauler, the Cyclops, and the Awesome. Kind of swing in between those. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain why I picked the mechs I do. So I picked the mech first that I feel most comfortable with, that I like piloting and things like that, and then I build it out to the weapon classification I feel with. So, for example, my Wolfhound 2 here, I looked at the quirks, and obviously it has the ER large laser, heat generation, and overall energy generation quirks. I mean, it only has energy anyways, so there you go. But I built it out to something that felt more comfortable with me. So I have the 1 ER large lasers and the 4 medium pulse. This is a mech that I love. I got the advanced zoom on it, and I can snipe people with it. 9 times out of 10, I'm actually up front anyways, fighting them. But yeah, so I build it out comfortably how I play. Now, the way I get the kills most damage dealt as quickly as I can is I pick a target on the other team. I see that target and I engage that target. Now, that doesn't mean I forget about everyone else, all the 11 other guys on the team. No. What I do is I'll pick someone that I see that's at 100% health, and I'll make sure that I am personally the person that reduces their health from 100 at least to 50%. I want to make sure that I'm the one that does that. I know for a fact then if I get to at least 50% or 49 or in the 40s, I know I personally have reduced their health. If I see someone in the 80s, I want to reduce them down to the 30s or kill them. Anyone that's not 100%, I want to be able to make sure I do damage to. So what I do is I pick someone, mech pilot A at the beginning of the match, and then we start, right? We drop, we run around, what have you. As that happens, I look to take place to see where people are, what they're running, and pick accordingly. So, for example, lights, obviously, easy to take out, easy to damage, easy to kill. So lights, in my eyes, are priority number 1 for the event. If I can do massive amounts of damage to a light, I'll do it. Also, though, if I can get in behind the enemy and do enough shots to someone's back, that reduces their health a significant amount, I will do that. I will go after those biggies, those heavies, those assaults. I'll go in behind them and try to strip the back armor off. I don't damage farm though. My theory is I want to get them their damage. I want to do as much damage to them and kill them as fast as I can. Or doing enough damage that the next person to shoot them will kill them and won't do that much damage. One thing I found that that if you really want to get the damage up there is torsos. If you hit a torso, you automatically get, when that torso pops, the damage associated with the arm. So we'll bring it to loaded here. So right now, say that's the 5 and then 25 here. If I pop this, I automatically get the 5 health for them. Now the arm's actually worth more than that, but you get the hit points automatically for that arm that you popped off, which is something I really, really like. So I like to go for torsos as well. That's pretty much how I've been doing the event. I single out a target and prioritize that target. I pick torsos and go after the torsos. I don't overextend because I try not to overextend as much as I can. I'll pick people off on the flanks. I really won't go into the center. I'll stay at the edges and snipe from the edges and do the best I can, the most damage I can. I won't compromise the team and the victory, obviously, for the event. I'll try my best to still win the match and stay alive, but I'll also try to get at least one kill, more damage dealt in that mech. What I find is the light is and could be the hardest, though assaults for me are the hardest. I've noticed recently in the last couple of days. For me, assaults are really hard to get that kills most damage dealt. I mean, you can deal a lot of damage, but for me, I'm not a crazy good assault pilot. I'm more of a medium heavy pilot. Lights are easy. You just hunt down another light and kill them. For a medium or a heavy, get your range, high alpha. You can probably take someone down pretty good. I find with my Hunchback 2C with a bunch of autocannons on it, and I can bring someone's health down pretty and relatively fast. Usually what I noticed is about for every 5 shots, I can take their percentage down quite a bit. And I try to. One thing I've also learned over the last little while is legs. Go for everyone's legs. People strip armor quite a bit off arms and legs. If you can get good enough shots at people's legs, you'd be surprised at how many people have at least stripped the armor off one of their legs. It's quite more than I ever thought it would be. Multiple occasions I've done alphas. Single alpha on a guy that was 100% and took out a leg. So just a heads up. But yeah, so those are just quick little tips. So single out a target. Make sure you have targets of opportunity and pay attention to targets of opportunity. Don't get tunnel vision. Don't sacrifice the win for the win for yourself. Because remember, you got to have a minimum score rate of 80. Be careful and aim your shots. Until next time, see you guys then. Bye-bye.